My client understands that the crux of this defense in this case is a self-defense. So he understands by simply and probable cause, he has the right to assert self-defense, and he will be asserting self-defense in this detention hearing. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. So with respect to the new charges of manslaughter, second-degree crime, and endangering an injured victim, a third-degree crime, the court finds the state has established probable cause for both of these offenses.
In this case, on September 18th of this year, Seaside Heights Police Department responded to a call for a report of a fall victim. The victim, was found laying on the street next to his bicycle. The responding officer observed blood coming from the side of the victim's mouth and blood coming from the back of the victim's head. The officer received information that a black male and a white female were in the area with this fall victim, and that the victim did not in fact fall. Instead, he was assaulted by the black male. An investigation by the Seaside Heights Police Department revealed that the victim was assaulted by this defendant, which caused him to fall off his bike and hit his head on the pavement, Your Honor.
Use of force in self-protection allows an individual to defend himself or others. And that's what my client was doing on that day, Judge. Dealing with an individual he was well aware of from the standpoint that he had called his children nigger kid on over 11 to 12 occasions. Encountering him on the roadway, he rides his bike right into his wife, then calls him a nigger. He's got a right under the law, Judge, at that point to defend his wife, who just was assaulted, and himself, because my client had no motive, no intent. He wasn't looking for Robert May that day. Their alleged victim was looking for my client, assaulted his wife, and called him a name that's reprehensible. It's a bias crime.
Court appreciates that the use of the N-word is reprehensible and it can be something that provokes reactions in people. However, first, the remedy for that type of conduct, if it was occurring, would be to report it to police. Secondly, the remedy for that type of conduct is not to strike someone which causes serious bodily injury resulting in death, particularly when we have a defendant who is 40 years of age, in good physical and mental health, and strikes an elderly man, 70 years of age, on a bicycle. The matter comes before the court on the state's motions to detain Mr. Collins on new charges, as well as revoke his release on prior charges. With respect to the motion to detain, the court finds that the state has established by clear and convincing evidence the grounds to detain for the following reasons. The public safety assessment recommends no release. Defendant scores on the PSA are very high, a 5 on the risk of failure to appear, a 6 on the risk of new criminal activity. There's a red flag for an elevated risk of violence.
Yo, what's the deal, man? It's your boy Burke. Welcome to Burke, y'all world, man. Back with another video, man. And y'all just watched it, man. Y'all just seen this guy named Anthony Collins just got sentenced to 3 years in prison, man, for protecting his family and his kids, his wife and his kids, man. So apparently, Anthony been dealing with a racist neighbor. This dude be riding his bike. They didn't had words before, and then I guess today whenever this happened, because this happened like last year. This happened on September the 18th. I'm going to read the report to y'all right now. Okay, it says 41-year-old New Jersey husband has been sentenced to 3 years behind bars after fatally punching a man who had been harassing his family with racial slurs for months. For months, y'all. Anthony Collins pleaded guilty to manslaughter over the assault that took place September 18, 2023. So this happened a little bit over a year ago. Collins and his wife were leaving a store when 70-year-old Robert May purposely ran his bike into Collins' wife. According to court documents, May had repeatedly harassed Collins and his children, calling them racial slurs. Collins punched May, causing him to fall to the ground while he laid unresponsive and blood coming from his head and mouth. He would later regain consciousness and went home after refusing medical assistance. However, police were told that he was acting erratic after the fall, so he was taken to the hospital where he died. An autopsy determined the cause of death to be blunt force trauma, and the manner of death was homicide. So this man died. Collins punched May. Collins argued that his actions causing him to fall to the ground were to lay unresponsive with blood coming from his head and mouth. He would later regain consciousness. Oh, I read that part already. Okay. Yeah. Collins argued that his actions were justified self-defense after having to deal with May's constant racist attacks. However, the judge argued that Collins was much younger and stronger than May, and the Collins should have called the police instead. Collins is required to serve 31 months of the sentence before he's eligible for parole. So basically, man, this dude finna go to jail for killing a guy that been harassing him and his family for months, man. And as you can see, clearly, you can't. It's this crazy, dog. Like, it's so many ways I can go with this, man. But it's just like, man, like when are you able to protect your family, man? Like, somebody just constantly harassing you, calling you names. Then he goes to the extent to hit your wife with his bike, man. Like, I understand, man. Like, but in the same sense, dog, like, people just can't do what they want to do and say what they want to say to people, man. This is crazy. I hate this man finna lose 3 years of his life. I think for the man being not longer here with us no more, 3 years for that. I mean, hey, you got to take it, bro. Like, you got to take it because he did, I think if the man didn't pass, he probably would have got off. But the fact that this man passed, man, is just, it's crazy. But yeah, man, it's really hard, man. It's really hard to say, man. I just don't agree with people feeling like they can just hit people and say what they want to say to people and stuff like that and feel like no consequences gonna come from that, man. You can't hit nobody with your bike and think and call and harass people for months and think people ain't gonna do nothing to you, man. Like, it's the entitlement in this world, man, where people just feel like they can do what they want to do and say what they want to say, man. And you already knew that he was gonna get some type of consequence when he went to court. And it seemed like, just looking at him right now, bro, it seemed like he in shock, man. Like, I'm looking at his picture right now. It's just like he just in the daze, man. Cause it's like you finna through 3 years for, deleting somebody that was harassing you and your family and went to the extent of hitting your wife with a bike. And it's just, it's sad that the same people he was protecting, he finna be away from them for 3 years, man. And they're gonna have to come down and see him in a correctional facility. And what's gonna happen to his wife and his kids while he away for 3 years? Who's gonna protect them now? They probably gonna have to move because they're gonna be getting threats and stuff on their life. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen to his wife and his kids while he in jail for these 3 years, man. And then that's just 3 years until he can come up for parole. So who's to say that he gets parole in 3 years, man? You just don't know, man. It's just a sticky situation. I hate this happened to him, man. I hate this happened to his family. And we just gotta do better, man. Like, far as like just respecting one another, man. Like, you can't just go around harassing people for months, man, and running them over with your bike and stuff, man. Like, you was dead wrong for that, man. And I just feel like, of course it could have been better ways. It could have been handled, man, but you can't tell nobody how to protect their family, man. Like, you can't tell people what, how to do things when they feeling disrespected and stuff like that. But unfortunately, his actions caused him to lose 3 years of his life, maybe even longer. Let's hope that he only in there for 3 years, man, because you know how this judicial system is, man. They'll lose you. So Man, what y'all think about this situation, man? Who y'all feel like was wrong in this situation? Do y'all feel like it could have been avoided? Let me know in the comment section, man. This is Burkout World. I am Burke. Let's get to it, man. Get in the comment section. Holler at me, man. Like, subscribe to the channel, man. And let me know what y'all think, man. I'm out 100.